Let me just get one more verse so that we say he read 2 verses today. Verse 5, casting down imaginations, and that's what we're dealing with, pulling down and casting down. Can you say pull down? Cast down. Every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, bringing into captivity every what? Thought. Every what? To the obedience of Christ. All right, let's deal with relationship failure today. Because I really believe that wounded people are going to always have a hard time in relationships. Now let's discuss why relationships work. This is why relationships work. Relationships work when 2 individuals recognize the good they have to give to the other. 2 individuals have to recognize the good they have to give to the other. So here's the problem with most relationships. Most of us don't get into relationship because we have anything to give. Most people get in relationships because they're looking for something. And so you automatically create a problem in the relationship because you entered in needing. You didn't enter into the relationship having anything to bless it with. And so if I could help every person in this building looking for relationships, I would first tell you to check what you have. If you don't have anything to really give, and you're truly searching for what you need, you first need to have God deal with you so that what you are going to connect somebody to is not a needy person. Listen, because some of us don't look needy. We don't talk needy. We don't act needy originally or initially. But the closer you get to us, the more needy we are. Right now, I got close friends, husbands, wives, children who don't know you. And the reason why people close to us don't know us is because somewhere down inside, I think if you knew me, you wouldn't love me. So I literally keep a part of me out the relationship. How can I grow with somebody that I can't share me with? You shouldn't have to hire a private investigator to learn your mate. Do you understand why in our culture today programs like Maury Povich, Cheaters, and all these types of shows are popular? Because everybody is hiding. Everybody has to be caught. But how many of you in this room are willing to admit there's something about you that you initially wouldn't want nobody to know about you? Don't marry nobody who could learn that about you and not love you. It's a danger to get married with a whole lot of secrets. See, because don't y'all say nothing, just keep looking forward. I'm going to help people today. And it ain't going to take long, but I want you to understand this. It's crazy that you could be with somebody 5 years. 5 years laying next to each other every day and every night, and you got another family across town that I ain't met, don't know nothing about. You got 3 kids. I don't know if you got these other 3 kids. How is it possible that we can spend 5 years? Well, what it is that you dropped yourself over in a role to protect what you needed, so you kept you from me. I've done this. Sometimes you have things going off in your life that they hurt you. They make you crazy. They make you frustrated. You don't understand. And so how can I sit people down that I care about and tell them? But let me tell you something. You don't have a relationship until you're able to be honest with the people you love. Hello? And what do you end up with? You end up with cycles. You end up with cycles. And saints, you got to be careful of 1 year and 5 year cycles. Because most people, 5-year cycles, people don't pay attention to. Listen, there are scientific studies that show that people have behavior patterns that run in 5-year cycles. In other words, if you go back 5 years, they'll find themselves in a repeat relationship, situations, and circumstances that they were dealing with 5 years ago. In other words, you end the relationship and you end up talking to somebody new, swearing you're having a new relationship. 5 years later, this one looks like that one when you left it. To deal with something real quick, something you got to face, is what you're holding more valuable than what I'm trying to do? Is what you're holding against this person more valuable than what I'm trying to do? If what I'm trying to do is more valuable than what you're holding, you got to find a way to let this thing go, because it is stopping you, not them. Some of us can't make today's relationship work because of yesterday's. We're having a hard time with the new man because of what the old man did. Listen, I'm going to talk to y'all real quick. Y'all okay? Just give me a few more minutes. If you can't wait till your mate goes into the shower to grab their phone and go through their data, you really need to get some counsel. And I'm going to be honest with you, I ain't lying. I'm not lying. If you don't trust them that much, that when they in the bathroom, you in their phone. You doing all that extra checking and investing. See, I'm not opposed to the reality that I need to know. But it's a whole nother thing. I can't live like that 20 years. That's toxic. I got to come to a point in my life where it's like, you know what? You crazy. You don't. If in other words, if what you are doing deserves me looking in your phone like that, I got to make some other decisions about me then. Because I can't afford to be checking your phone all day. I got to eat. I got to sleep. I got to go to work. I can't afford to be spending all my energy checking to see what you got going on the side of your life. What is wrong with us that we have relationship and I got to check on you? Married people, let me just ask you a question. Don't raise your hand, don't offer. But if your mate asks for your cell phone and asks to see your messages, text message, calls, whatever, would it be a problem? If it's a problem, just go on and fix it. I ain't talking about all y'all professional erasers either. I'm not talking about that. My stuff erased. Every 15 minutes, all my texts is erased. I ain't talking about that person. She know how to give it to me, but she don't know how to fry her chicken. It's all you want is somebody. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. Y'all better hear. People don't believe me, but I be telling them. While you get married, lust is going to be moving out the house. By the time y'all get back to the house from the wedding, you're going to be seeing each other different than you were before the wedding. Before the wedding, everybody's trying to keep you apart. You're just petting, kissing, hugging, hiding behind poles, and anywhere you can get a little touchy-feel. You're just trying to. Are y'all here? I ain't going to cover it up for you. I'm telling you the truth. But as soon as we say, I do, and you can do whatever you want, now all of a sudden it ain't as tempting. You know why? Because what is tempting is what you ain't supposed to have. That's why you better make sure you're in love with who this person is, not what they're giving you. Because let me tell you something, they will be naked and you will walk right past them if you ain't in love with them. Every time she walks in the room, I just, Don't marry on that. You don't want to get married on that. I'm telling you, you're going to be disappointed. You'll be walking out the room when she walks in the room if that's the only reason you get married. Who wants to be healed from failing relationships? Failing relationships. God, I want to have better relationships. I want to have true friendships. I want to be with people who bless me like I bless them. Then you got to pull down the world's images of what it looks like. Saints, the world says take advantage of everybody. Lie to everybody. Deceive everybody. Play. Get what you want. But the Bible said we got to pull this stuff down. These imaginations and these strongholds are destroying us. The young man that I sat with yesterday who got shot 6 times was shot by a 14-year-old. Who would think that 14-year-olds are carrying guns? The young man who I was talking to who got killed by a 16-year-old. I'm not talking about no adults. Why would 14-year-olds be running around killing people? I'll tell you why they're killing people. Because when someone has devalued you by their absence, it makes you angry. And not only angry, you could care less about life. So taking somebody else's life is simple. Pulling out a gun is easy.